This is Chris Walters with InfiNet Solutions, and what we're going to do today is internal transferring, both blind and attended transfer, as well as three-way conference calling on the Yealink SIP T54W provisioned to a 3CX version 16 server. So to start with, we've got training 1, 2, and 3 extensions. We've got BLF buttons for training 1, 2, and 3 on all three phones. So training 1 is going to call training 2 by hitting just the BLF button to place our call. Now, let's say that training 1 called training 2 on an accident and should have called training 3. To do a blind transfer, training 2 can just hit the button for training 3. Go ahead and hang up. And now training 3 is speaking to training 1. So we've just done a blind transfer. What we're going to do, since the call didn't complete as we wanted it to, we're going to go ahead and do an attended transfer back to extension 2. So on extension 3, we'll hit transfer. We can just scroll down and choose right there, or we can hit the BLF button, or we could type in the 3-digit extension. We hit send. Training 2 answers. Training 2 and 3 are now able to talk while training 1 is on hold. And then once they have had their discussion, training 3 is ready to send the call to 2. They hit the transfer button. Now training 1 and 2 are talking to each other. That was an attended transfer from training 3 to training 2 of training 1. For a conference call, you can see we've got the conference soft button underneath the phone. We can go ahead and hit conference. And we can choose training 3's extension on the BLF, or we can type in 403. We're going to just go ahead and choose the BLF button, hit send. Once extension 3 is answered, in order to actually conference the lines together, right now extension 1 is still on hold. We'll hit the conference button, and now we can see that we have training 1 and training 3 in our conference call controlled by training 2. We can split those back out into individual calls with the split soft key. We can place the entire conference on hold, or if we'd like to manage the call, we can choose to place a single line either on a far hold or a far mute, or we can choose to hang up on a call. So we can go ahead and if we hit far hold on training 3, we'll see that training 3 has been muted or put on hold. We can go ahead and resume training 3 back into the conference. And now if we needed to remove training 1 from the conference, we can go ahead and remove training 1. We're back to just two-way call between training 2. So that's how we do blind transfer, attended transfer, and three-way conference calling with the Yealink SIP T54W. And you can actually do a conference of up to 5 individual lines using this method with this phone.